Assalamu alaikum dear students. So in the last lecture that was on 28th of April, we have studied Kirchhoff's first law with their sign convention, and inshallah in today's video lecture, that will be our second video lecture, we will discuss Kirchhoff's voltage law, that is Kirchhoff's second law with their sign convention, and one more question from your textbook that was based on the application of Kirchhoff's voltage law. So Kirchhoff voltage law states that the algebraic sum of the potential differences, that is product of current and resistance, and the electromotive forces, that is EMFs, in a closed loop is zero. So mathematically we can write this statement that summation of potential differences, that is product of current and resistance. According to Ohm's law, we know that potential difference is nothing but product of current and resistance, that is V is equal to IR. So instead of writing V, we can write summation of IR plus and electromotive forces, that is EMF. So summation of E in a closed loop is zero, is equal to 0. So this is the mathematical expression of Kirchhoff's second law, that is Kirchhoff's voltage law. Now potential differences and electromotive force, this both the terms we have already studied in standard 11. Both are the actually energies, that is one is energy supplied and second is energy spent, and the SI unit for the same is nothing but volts. That's why Kirchhoff's second law is called as Kirchhoff's voltage law. So similarly as Kirchhoff's first law, that in that we were having sign convention, so in second law also there will be a sign convention. So note it down very carefully, what are the sign convention for the Kirchhoff's voltage law. For the Kirchhoff's voltage law, so basically we know that current always flow from high potential to low potential, that means from positive to negative. So let's consider a resistance and consider that across this resistance the direction of the current is like this. So always remember, it is the current that decides the polarity of resistance. I am repeating it again. It is the current that decides the polarity of a resistance. See, basically resistance is having no polarity, but because of the current, resistance gets some polarity. So see, if this is the direction of the current, so at this terminal of the battery, resistor, it will become positive, and this terminal of the resistance will become negative. Now resistance will get some polarity because of the direction of the current. So we know that if current is passing through a resistance, so automatically a potential difference will generate across this resistance, because Ohm's law says that V is equal to IR. So potential difference we have already studied in 11th standard. If we have to find potential difference as by the word difference, so let's consider this terminal as A and this terminal of resistor as B. So VBA, if we have to find the difference of anything, so what we are going to do, we are going to do subtract the value, we are going to final value minus initial value. So VBA, that means potential at B minus potential at A. So you can see at A potential, you can see the polarity is what? Positive, that considered as high, and negative considered as low. So VB, at B we are having low value, at A we are having high value. So low minus high, so answer automatically will be come in negative. That means potential difference across a resistor is nothing but will become negative. That means we will have negative of IR. So the sign convention for the Kirchhoff's voltage law is, while tracing a loop through a resistor, if we are traveling along the direction of conventional current, see, it is what A to B is what our tracing direction, and we are going along with the direction of conventional current. So the potential across that resistor considered as negative. So we have already seen why it is negative. So it will be negative if we are traveling along the direction of the resist current. So potential difference will be negative. Similarly, again, consider I am having a resistance and the direction of that across the this resistance, the direction of current is nothing but like this. It is what opposite. So we know that now the resistance will get some polarity. This terminal will be positive and this terminal will be negative. That means this is high and this will be low. So our tracing direction will be same. That is what we are going A to B. But the direction of current is what? Opposite. So here potential difference, that is what VBA will be what? VB minus VA. So at B we are having high potential. So high potential minus low value. So automatically we will have value positive. That means we will have positive value, that will work positive of IR. So traveling along the direction of the convention current, potential difference will be negative. Along the current, potential difference will be negative, and traveling against the direction of conventional current, so potential will be positive. That means against the direction of current, potential will be positive. So you have to keep this thing in your mind. So this is the sign convention only for the potential difference. Now let's discuss the sign convention for the EMF. So consider a battery. Always remember, the larger line shows the positive terminal of the battery and smaller line shows the negative terminal of the battery. So if our tracing direction is like this, that means if we are tracing the circuit from positive terminal of the battery to the negative terminal of the battery, so EMF, the sign of the EMF will be negative. That is what? E will be negative. Similarly, if our tracing direction is like this, so here sign of EMF will be positive. That means if we are tracing the circuit from negative terminal of the battery to the positive terminal of the battery, so EMF of the circuit will be considered as positive. Let's consider an electrical circuit. Suppose this is the terminal A, B, C, D, F, G. In this circuit, I have considered two batteries, that is battery E1 and E2 with 4 resistances, that is R1, R2, R3. So let's consider an electrical network where 5 resistances are connected. You can see the green R1, R2, R3, R4 and R5 with 2 batteries E1 and E2. This is the positive terminal, this will be the negative, this will be the positive, and the low smaller line will be the negative. And the direction of the current flow across this resistance, it will be again here it is going to split. So current across the resistance R1, it will be considered as I1. Current across the R2, it will be considered as I2, and you can see I1 plus I2 is going across R3, so it will be here considered as R3 and I3, and further this I3 is going to divide it into 2 current, that is nothing but I1 and I2. Okay. you can see here. So let's apply the Kirchhoff's laws, Kirchhoff voltage law. So first we have to observe how many loops can be here. So you can see this could be one loop, this could be second loop, and overall could be third loop. So let's apply Kirchhoff voltage law in loop A, B, F, G. In loop A, B, F, G. That means we are applying Kirchhoff's voltage law in this part of the electrical network, that is loop number 1, that is nothing but in clockwise. Okay, so let's start. You can see start from A to B. So A to B we are having I1 and R1 here, and our tracing direction is what? We have to go A to B. That means you can see the direction of the current also. So if our tracing direction is same as the direction of the conventional current, so our potential difference will be negative. So it will be here minus I1 R1, then come to the B F. So at here again our tracing direction is B to F, and the current direction is what? Same direction. So here potential will be again negative. So I3 R3. Then F to G, again the direction of the current is same and our tracing direction is also same. So it will be minus of I1 R5. Then here our tracing direction is G to A. Okay, that means we are going negative to positive terminal of the EMF. So negative to, when we are tracing from negative terminal to the positive terminal of the EMF of the battery, so EMF will be always positive. So E1, nothing else is there, is equal to 0. That is what Kirchhoff's voltage law, summation of I R plus summation of E is equal to 0. So that means E1 is equal to I1 R1 plus I3 R3 plus I1 R5. That means summation of I is equal to summation of IR. That is summation of EMF is equal to summation of potential differences. So let's apply the Kirchhoff's second law in the second loop, that is loop number 2. So we have to trace. So loop B F D C, B F D C. Okay, so if we are applying Kirchhoff voltage law in this loop, so B to F. Okay, so B to F, see the direction of conventional current is same as the direction of our tracing. So here potential difference will be negative. That means minus I3 R3. Then we have to go F to G. Then again the direction of conventional current is same the direction of our tracing. So again here it will be negative of I2 R4. Then D to C, we have to go D to C. Our tracing direction is like this. So here we are going negative terminal of the battery to the positive terminal of the battery. That means here E2 will be positive. Then C to B we have to go. So C, the direction of conventional current is what? Same as the direction of the tracing. So here potential will be negative. That means minus of I2 R2, nothing else is there, is equal to 0. That means E2 itself can be I3 R3 plus I2 R4 plus I2 R2. Again you can see here the summation of EMFs is equal to summation of potential difference. So this is how to apply Kirchhoff's voltage law or Kirchhoff's second law in an electrical network. So you have to remember the sign convention for the potential difference and for the EMFs, so it will be easy for you. Most of the time students get confused, so what you have to remember, you have to remember the sign convention that I have discussed with you. So please make a note of that and start applying the Kirchhoff's voltage law and Kirchhoff's current law in an electrical network that is given in your textbook. So for the further explanation, I will take one numerical that is from your textbook. So the numerical is unsolved numerical. So let's see. So here is a question. A battery of EMF 4 volt and internal resistance 1 ohm is connected in parallel with another battery of EMF 1 volt and internal resistance 1 ohm with their like poles connected together. The combination is used to send current through an external resistance of 2 ohm. So calculate the current through the external resistance. So here you can see I have highlighted the datas by yellow color, and you can see the green color highlighted point. This point you have to keep in your mind when you are going to draw a circuit diagram. And what is to be calculated, I have highlighted it with the red color, that is current through the external resistance. So whenever you will have application based question of Kirchhoff's laws, so please don't get confused, don't get fear. You just have to read it very carefully and you have to write the datas, that whatever the datas are given, you have to write that data. So let's start writing the datas that is given in your numerical number 10. So in this type of numerical we can skip writing data, but if you are writing data, so it will help you to draw the circuit diagram. That's why I am writing the data. So in the numerical you have given two batteries, so let's consider the battery number 1 as E1, then battery number 2 as E2 with their internal resistance. So E1, the internal resistance will be nothing but R1 across E2, the internal resistance considered as R2, and the external resistance that we are going to connect across these two batteries, consider this external resistance as R3. So E1 is given 4 volt with internal resistance of 1 ohm, then E2 is given as 1 volt with internal resistance of 1 ohm, and R3 is given as 2 ohm, that is externally connected, and nothing else is given. So let's start drawing the circuit diagram. In this numerical you have been given that one point, that is join the like poles of the battery together. So consider this is the negative terminal of the battery, this is the positive terminal of the one battery, this is the negative terminal of the second battery, and this is the positive terminal of the other battery. So consider this is your E1, this is your E2 with their internal resistance. So consider these are the internal resistance. So like poles are joined together. Then you have to consider one external resistance. So here you are going to consider the external resistance. Now suppose this is your, as it is your E1, so across the E1 the resistor will be R1. Similarly this is E2, across this resistor will be R2, and the external resistance that we have connected, it will be R3. So values is already given here. The value of battery E1 is 4 volt. So just start writing the 4 volt, and the value of R1 is given as 1 ohm. Similarly the battery value of E2 is given as 1 volt and R2 is 1 ohm and R3 is given as 2 ohm. Okay, then the current across the battery E1, the current across the resistor R1, it will be nothing but considered as I1. Similarly, the current across the R2 considered as I2. So I2, I2, I1, I1, then they both will join together and flow across the R3. So current across R3, current across R3, it will be nothing but I1 plus I2. I1 plus I2. Why I am not writing I3? Because when you are solving a problem based on the application of Kirchhoff's law, so you have to consider less number of the component or less number of the variables. So that's why I am not writing I3 here, because I3 is nothing but I1 plus I2. So these are the elements, and that these elements I have connected in the circuits you can see here. So now give the names of the sides. This will be A, this will be B, C, D, F and G. So you have to apply the Kirchhoff's voltage law to find the current across this external resistor. So what to find? We have to find I1 plus I2. This is to be calculate. But before this, what we should know? We should know I1 and I2 so that we can add this. So we will have the current across the external resistor R3. So let's apply the Kirchhoff's voltage law. So first we are going to apply Kirchhoff's voltage law in a loop, overall loop, that is A, C, D, G. So apply Kirchhoff's voltage law in a loop A, C, D and G. So we are going to apply Kirchhoff's voltage law, that is KVL. So for this you have to remember the sign conventions. So we have discussed sign convention for the both, that is for the resistor and EMF. So see, our tracing direction is A to C. So this is what our tracing direction. Fine. And here first you are having potential difference, that is I2, R2. The direction of the current is opposite and our direction is like this. So direction of current is opposite. So when you are tracing the circuit and the direction of current is against the tracing direction, so you will have positive potential difference, that is positive of I2, R2. Then this terminal, we know that the larger line is positive, lower line is negative, negative and positive. So our tracing direction is this. That's when we are going from positive terminal of the battery to the negative terminal. So here E2 will become negative. Then next again battery 1 E1 is there. We are tracing, our tracing direction is like this. We are going negative to positive. So E1 will be positive. Then our tracing direction and the direction of current is same. That means potential difference will be negative. If both the same, that means potential difference will be negative. That means minus of I1, R1. Then come to this part, no elements. This part, no components, no component. That means it is equal to 0. Okay. So now substitute the values. We don't know I2, but we know R2. R2 is already 1 ohm. So into 1 minus E2. E2 is already given as 1 volt. So minus 1 plus E2 is given as 4 volt. Minus I1 we don't know, but R1 we know that R1 is equal, is nothing but 1 ohm. So 1 is equal to 0. So finally what we are having? I2 into 1, that is I2, minus 1 plus 4, that is plus 3, minus I1 into 1, that is minus I1, is equal to 0. So finally we are having that 2 minus I1 is equal to minus of 3. So we can say that I2 is nothing but minus of 3 plus I1. So suppose this is your equation number 1. Now consider next loop. So we are having next two loop also, that this loop and this loop. Okay, so consider the next loop, that is loop A, B, F, G. That's mean we are going to consider this loop. Okay, so apply KVL, that is Kirchhoff's voltage law, in this loop. So again we will have our tracing direction is like this, same as the earlier loop. So that is positive of I2 R2, you can see here opposite direction. Then we are going to positive to negative terminal of the battery, that means it will be negative of E2. Then we are going to here B to F. Okay, so here we are having current and resistor, that is R3, and this current, that means our tracing direction is like this and the direction of current is opposite, that means this will be positive. So positive of R3 I1 plus I2, then nothing else is there, is equal to 0. Now already we know that equation, now you can first substitute the value. So plus I2, R2 is 1 ohm, minus E2 is already 1, plus R3 is given as 2 ohm, I1 plus I2 is equal to 0. Now already you can remember the equation number 1, that's I2 is nothing but minus of 3 plus I1. So you can substitute the value of I2 in this equation. So consider this is equation number 2. Now substitute equation number 1, or substitute the value of I2 in equation number 2. So equation 2 will become minus 3 plus I1, then minus 1 will be as it is, plus 2 will be as it is. In the bracket you are having I1 will be as it is. Instead of writing this I2, we can write the equation number 1, that is minus of I3 plus I1. So minus of I3 plus I1 is equal to 0. So minus 3 minus plus I1 minus 1 plus 2, open the bracket, I1 minus 3 plus I1 is equal to 0. Minus 3 minus 1 minus 4 plus I1 plus, now open the bracket, multiply this 2 I1 minus 6 plus 2 I1 is equal to 0. So finally 2 I1 plus 2 I1 plus 1 I1. So it will be a 5 I1 plus minus 4 minus 6, that is minus of 10 is equal to 0. So 5 I1 is equal to 10, that's mean I1 is equal to 2. So we get our I1. Now we can substitute this value of I1 in equation number 1. So substitute the value of I1 in equation number 1. So already equation number 1 is I2 minus 3 plus I1. So is equal to minus 3. Instead of this I1 you can write plus 2. So I2 itself will be minus of 1. But finally what we have to find? We have to find I1 plus I2. So I1 is already 2, I2 is minus 1. So finally our answer is nothing but 1 ampere. So this is what total current across the resistor, that is external resistance connected in the circuit. So our answer is 1 ohm. So see, once you know the sign convention, so solving the numerical based on the Kirchhoff's law, it will be fun for you. It will be very easy for you if you know the sign convention. So please remember the sign convention. Do practice. If you will practice to solve the numerical, so it will be very easy for you. So hope you will understand how to apply Kirchhoff's voltage law in a circuit to find the current across the external resistance. See, this circuit you can join the positive terminal of the battery together also. You can have E1 here, E2 here. You can draw the circuit diagram according to your choice, but it should be related to the questions. Okay, so you can solve the numericals. There is a to solve numerically is given in your textbook. So please go through that numerical so that you can have a better command on solving the problem based on the application of Kirchhoff. So in today's lecture we have studied Kirchhoff's voltage law with their sign convention and how to apply Kirchhoff's second law. So inshallah on 7th May we will have our third video lecture, and in that lecture we will discuss Wheatstone bridge with their application, that is meter bridge, and one more experiment, that is Kelvin's method. Till then, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.